Welcome to week 2 of the Chicago Bears franchise, and week 1 was very disappointing. We lost 20-10 home opener to the Atlanta Falcons. Have to find a way to put that one behind us and find a way also to improve on the things that held us back in week 1. One guy I've got to get going this week is Money Mitch. He really struggled last week against the Falcons. We need to find a way to make some plays downfield and score some points in the red zone. We're really going to need that this week. I also have to find ways to get my playmakers involved. DeAndre Hopkins and Tyreek Hill are just way too good to have as little impact as they had on the game last week. Hopefully they can make some plays this week against Tampa Bay. All right, let's start our Tampa Bay Buccaneers preview as we get ready for week number 2. And this roster looks a little different than what you're used to, and it starts at the quarterback position as Ben Roethlisberger is the guy. JD had initially traded for Jared Goff to come in and be that franchise quarterback, but he decided that Jared Goff didn't quite have enough accuracy to just play out of the box. So he wants to give Goff a year on the bench to collect XP, and he made the move to get Big Ben to run his offense. On the outside, the wide receivers are deadly. Mike Evans is one of the best receivers in the game. If we let him be in one-on-one coverage at all, I don't know if we have a cornerback that can hang with him. Deshaun Jackson still, at age 30, has that speed to take the top off the defense. And they have a very intriguing rookie in Chris Godwin, who has good speed, good size, and has a chance to really hurt us if we let him. In the secondary, though, this is where we can possibly win some matchups. They don't have a lot of speed on the outside. Grimes is still a very good cornerback, but he only has 87 speed. If we can get him matched up one-on-one with either Tyreek Hill or DeAndre Hopkins, I think there's going to be a chance to really win those matchups, and I need those guys to win those matchups if they happen. So JD's one of the best defensive players in AFL. He won week 1 over the Miami Dolphins on a walk-off field goal. I think the way JD plays and the way I play, this is going to be a defensive battle. I wouldn't expect a shootout. It's going to be a classic chess match, and I think it's going to come down to which one of us makes the last mistake in the fourth quarter. It should be a fun game, and we'll see what happens in week number 2.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, 2 quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Mitchell Trubisky's Bears going up against Roethlisberger's Buccaneers.
Looking to cash in on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Roethlisberger trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. It's Shaquille Griffin, the rookie from Central Florida. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
All right, here we go.
They'll run for it with Marshall. And he's got room. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards on the pickup. And it'll be 1st down Bears.
Oh, man. 4th down and 1, and you're on your own side of midfield. That takes a little bit of courage to pull off. But they went ahead and snapped it, and it'll work out for them as they get the 1st down.
First down, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later. And they're definitely showing blitz here. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaquille Griffin, the rookie from Central Florida, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Hurry up, here we go. No, check, Patriot.
On 2nd down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation.
Brings up 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Caught left side, Hopkins. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The rookie from Michigan State, Malik McDowell. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
One thing they definitely like about this youngster is his motor. He is full throttle on each and every snap. Loves to get after the quarterback, and that has to feel good to him right there. His first career sack.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Back there in that Philly. Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56.
Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now it's Trubisky. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Hopkins with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears will extend their lead. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Now bad hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking.
And a loose football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
The Bucs last year just 8 rushing touchdowns, tied for 2nd fewest in the NFL. They've got it 1st and goal now. They'll run with McNichols. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. And the seemingly endless drive continues. They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal from the 1. They run again with McNichols. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Folk's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. The Bears on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. We'll check on his status when we get back. And a great spot to start this drive from here. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Sims. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Roethlisberger will throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Folk's kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Over. Leopard. Watching that body.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Now let's go. 3-19.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. On 3rd and goal, Howard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. To the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Carpenter knocks it through. There we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. It goes as a pickup of 23. And it's good enough for a Tampa Bay first. Back to throw. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. One last shot for Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw the final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right? Where you get a little bit of extra, and you get a chance to run up a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Chicago, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Tampa.
Phew, we got it done. Found a way to get a win, which is all we cared about today. It was ugly. There were times out there where offense looked stuck in the mud, but the defense really came through. Held Tampa Bay out of the end zone altogether. The red zone defense was top-notch. I thought it was fitting, actually, that the game ended with my red zone defense coming up with the stop, with Roethlisberger and the Bucs driving down for a potential game-winning score. I liked a lot of the things I saw on defense, not so much on offense, though. Jordan Howard really struggling in the run game. 1.4 yards per carry, completely unacceptable. I'm going to have to look at some other guys on my roster as I move forward, because for a guy like me who wants to be run first, I need more production out of that position than I'm getting out of him right now. I did like what I saw from DeAndre Hopkins, got him involved early. 2 big plays. The passing game itself was pretty quiet, only 188 passing yards, but both Hopkins and Hill had big plays in this game that really swung it, especially Hopkins with the 2 touchdowns. So Trubisky up and down again, had some good throws, but then also had some where he sailed it. I thought there was one early in the game where Howard was wide open on a Texas route, threw it over his head for an interception. Got to find a way to get better there, but all in all, happy with the win, beat one of the better players in AFL, and get to 1-1. We absolutely did not want to fall to 0-2 this season, so we're 1-1, and we now turn our attention to the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 3. But before we say bye to this Tampa Bay game, let's get the thoughts from Coach McRav and his post-game comments. Well, that's the thoughts from the coach, and with that, we turn our attention now to a Week 3 matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I look forward to it, should be fun, and we'll see you next week.